And I've understand here from Thomas for the support. In this video I'm going to take you through the process of building a page with the Elementor page builder. So to start with, let's create a fresh page. We'll go to New and Page. I'll give it a title. And under Template we're going to select the full width template. That'll just give us a blank canvas to work with, but retain our header and footer. So let's hit the button to begin editing with Elementor. So the way things work, we've got our blocks on the left here. You'll see we've got ones that are default to the plugin, and then we've got a load of custom blocks for our theme. We've got the header and footer, which aren't covered under the page builder, of course, it's just the page content. And this is what we're going to be working in today. So we'll start by adding a section. So I will just add one column section here. Now this is going to be our hero area, which is obviously something quite common for a page like this. So we're going to grab our hero block and drop that in. And what you'll notice to begin with, this looks a bit boxed in, which is what we're aiming for. So to give it that full width look with no padding at the top and bottom, what we need to do is edit the section. So we can right click, edit section. Under the content width we'll tell it to be full width. Under column gap we'll say no gap, which gets rid of anything around the column. And then under the advanced tab we can select 0 for the padding. And there you go, you've got that full width look. Now for the content we can go back into the hero block settings. We can choose one of many layouts. Or of course you can create something similar with the block separately, but we're just going to use the hero block for now. And content, I will just put in some random text. Make that a nice H1. There we go. Not particularly exciting, but you get the idea. Now moving on, if we wanted to add some more content, say perhaps in columns, we can simply hit the plus icon, and under the structure we can choose one of the column layouts. If you don't particularly want equal thirds, that's not a problem. You can just drag the columns around to get them exactly the right size that you want. So in this column we'll just pop in some typical service type box. We'll use the icon and text box. Just choose a random icon, and I'll just put in some random text again. Great. We'll just duplicate this over a few times. So as you can see, it's all very straightforward. And that's our next section done. We'll move on, we'll create another one. This time we'll go for something with 2 columns. And what we'll do to begin with, we'll head to the section settings. And we can go to the advanced tab. And we're going to give this a different colour. Now what you can do is either put in one of our CSS classes for a pre-selected colour like this, or even better, if you wanted to go to the style area for the section, you can even manually give it a specific colour as you wish. The only thing to bear in mind there is you will need to remove the class for this to take effect. So as you can see, we've got full control. Now in the content areas here, just for the sake of this, I'm going to pop in something like a floating image. We'll just choose something random. And obviously the content I'm putting here today is just something quite untypical. Just something to fill out the page. You can see how the page builder works. And on the right, I'll put in something simple like the Twitter feed. Okay, so let's publish the page. And let's take a look. So we've got our theoretical hero area here, we've got our services or just icon and text, and we've got our Twitter feed as well as the floating image there. Now one thing you can do, as you can see, the text here is pretty tricky to see because it's on a dark background. Well, that's no problem. we can simply go to the column, and under advanced we can put in text white. And when we update, you can see there the text within there is white. So just to carry on and show you a couple more examples, let's say we wanted to make a nice full width area with a parallax background and its full height. Well, that's again not an issue. We can drop a new section in there. I'll just put in some random text. That's perfectly fine. I think I'll add a new column as well, just make that full width. Right, perfect. So now what we can do to make this full width and full height under these section settings, all we need to do to give it the parallax background is first give it a background image. So send a background type here, select classic and just pop in an image. I'm just going to choose something, that'll be fine. To activate parallax, we simply go to the parallax section and hit OK, and that's done. We can also give it an overlay, so for instance if you wanted a colour over the image, that's again not a problem. Just go to the overlay section and we'll give it a nice green. Maybe, yep, perfect. So to see that take effect, there you go. You can see we've got our section with a parallax background. Now you'll notice it's not full height. To do that, under the section settings again, we go to layout, and with the height you can put either fit to screen, which will, as it sounds, make it fit to the user screen, or you can even select a minimum height as well. So you can have it see there a certain pixel height if you want. You can have it a certain height or a certain percentage, I should say, of the user's screen. So 100 would of course be full height. But let's choose something like 80. And then as you can see, we've got a section there which is 80% of the screen. That's basically it. And we will go into detail of our blocks and how to use them in other videos. This is just more of an overview of how to work with the page builder. But of course, if you do have any questions, do refer to the documentation provided or come see me over at support. Thanks for watching and enjoy your theme.